good afternoon, and whenever you are watching this, you know who I am by now if you tuned in. It's the DOUG here for his week 3 picks. Now in week 2, I went 7-9. Yeah, a lot of upsets this past week. But I am doing good for the season so far. 18 wins and 14 losses. That's not bad. Now, before I can even get into week 3, I want to bring something up that no one else on the world wants to talk about. And it's 2 games. Yes, I know Cowboys lost. I can live with it. But there's 2 games no one wants to talk about. So I want to talk about them for a minute. First of them, the Arizona Cardinals versus New England Patriots. Now, if you saw my video last week, I said New England was the lock. Guaranteed. And unfortunately, I had to eat my words. Arizona somehow won the game. I don't know if it's because New England played bad. Don't know if it's because Arizona showed up. Many things. But after looking at how Arizona's defense is, there's your reason right there. Arizona's defense is 13th in the league, but they got one of the worst offenses in the league, so. But at the same time, having a great defense sometimes makes up for the fact you have a terrible offense. And, I think the problem is that with Arizona, everyone's still sleeping on them. I think everyone might overlook them this week. And we'll talk about their game this week when we get to it later in the video. But I'm telling you this right now. If Cardinals win for the 3rd week in a row, I think it's time for people to wake up and realize they could be a threat. Now, as far as for the other game from last week, Redskins versus Rams. Good Lord, talk about a bad officiating in that one. Between that one and the Ravens and Eagles, God Lord, there was a bad officiating. But Rams captured on it. And Redskins, what happened? I said you were one of the locks for the week as well. Maybe I think you guys let the foot off the throat and let them come back, and unfortunately it bit you in the ass in the end. But that is my opinion. I know some people disagree with it, but whatever. Now let's get to the picks that I originally want to do now before Mother Nature decides to rain on me, huh? Alright, game 1, Giants versus Panthers. They are in North Carolina this week. Looking at the stats for this, it would seem pretty much it's going to be an offensive game since defensively they're both ranked the damn same. Now, I'm taking the Giants on this, but I'm warning you. The running back may be out. He did get hurt this past Sunday, his neck. So we don't know what's going to happen. But they got a good quarterback in Eli. And I do like Carolina, but I think Giants are just the better team. If Carolina wants to win this, they're going to have to play great defense to win this. So there's no way they're winning. By the way, that's Thursday night, this coming Thursday, on the NFL Network. Next, Cowboys versus Buccaneers. Dallas is at home. I'm taking my Cowboys. I'm loyal to them. I'm a fan of theirs. Now, I'm just going to be honest. I know some people may take Tampa just because how Dallas lost to Seattle. But let's remember something. Looking at this game, if you're looking by stats, Dallas is going to win most likely. Because the last 3 times they played, last year, Dallas creamed them. 31-15. 09, Dallas beat them 34-21. And then in 08, Dallas won 13-9. So Dallas probably has Buccaneers' number. And looking at their rankings, offensively, Dallas is 11th. Buccaneers is 29th. Defensively, Dallas is 9th, so they must be doing something right. And the Buccaneers are the 31st defense in the NFL. Yeah. Like I said a few months ago in my videos for predictions for playoffs, I said it then, Tampa Bay, I don't trust them. New head coach, a lot of new things, I can't trust them. Yes, granted, they do have a better rushing game than Dallas, somewhat, but passing, I'm sorry, Dallas is that's what's going to help Dallas, but Dallas is going to have to realize, run with the ball! Next, Colts versus Jaguars. I got the Colts at home. Jaguars really I'm sorry, there's a reason why Jaguars are ranked the 32nd offense in the damn league. But be warned, the last time they played against each other, which was the past season, Jaguars did beat them. So keep that in mind. But Andrew Luck is coming off his first win, which I say congratulations. It's always nice when a rookie quarterback can get his first win. It's always nice, you know, builds him up. And when you got a going against, you know, Jaguars, this should be an easy game. Jags lose to the Colts in Indianapolis. Next game, Bills versus Browns. I got the Bills, but I'm telling you this now, do not overlook Cleveland. Let's remember, Cleveland the last 2 weeks, they almost did beat the Eagles in week 1, only lost by a point, and they didn't do that bad against Cincinnati. They could have beat them depending if things would have went different. But I'm taking Buffalo, you know, better offense, better rushing attack, better everything, pretty much. Moving on, Jets versus Dolphins. This was one game I hated picking because it's just not gonna be nice for me. And I'm taking the Jets, you know, third week in a row, I'm taking the New York Jets. I must, you know, I need to be locked up in the insane asylum, or, you know, I must have cabin fever, and I'm going mad because I'm picking the Jets again. I think I finally lost them. You know, I took the left turn at Albuquerque, and I should have took the right. I'll take the Jets. You know, I must love the, like I said, I must love the insanity. Moving on, Chiefs versus Saints. Now, somebody's got to win on this one. You know, and Saints have the third best offense, but yet their defense is the worst in the NFL right now. You know, it's like, ugh. And I'm picking the Saints. They're at home. They got to win at this point. If they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, if they lose to the Chiefs, then I think it may be starting the time to say, New Orleans, you have problems. You need help. Big time. If you lose to Kansas City at home. You know, Redskins played great. There's no doubting that. You tried, but you failed. Carolina, same thing. But if you do that again and go 0-3, the end may be near. The game may be over. No more, no more. Saints could not be the best. Saints need this win to keep morale up and to keep any hopes up right now. You know, it's early in the season, yes, I know, but 0-3, you never want to start like that, because then that just kills your morale right there. Next game, Bengals versus Washington. I am taking the Redskins, even though they have not beat Cincinnati in the last 3 meetings, which would have been in 08, 06, and 05. But, you know, the Redskins have a great offense. Their defense I'm not too trustworthy with. But hey, if RG3 can stay, play well, be healthy, Redskins should win this one. Cincinnati, you got a tough game ahead of you. Redskin fans, and I know this from living in the state where they're popular, that's a tough home crowd. Not as tough as Seattle, but still tough to you know, to be on the road and win. But Redskins should win this one at home. Rams versus Bears. I'm taking the Rams. I'm sorry. Bears, this past Thursday night, yeah, you can say whatever you want. Jay Cutler sucked. Okay? And I didn't like the fact you know, the way he called him out, it felt embarrassing. You know, if I was one of his players and he called me out like that, I would have punched him. Now I just got to clarify. Yes, the Bears have beat the Rams in the last 3 meetings. 09, 08, and 06. Soundly in all 3. But, things are different. Rams got a great new head coach. The Rams are somewhat clicking together. And they're not that bad on offense. Where if you take a look at the Bears, the offense is bad. Like 27th overall, excuse me. Nothing like chocolate milk out of a Michelangelo glass. But to me, it's going to come down to defense in this one. Bears do have the better one. But, like I said, I'm picking the Rams. I just think the offense is a little better, and it's going to help them in the end. Next, lock of the week. 49ers at Minnesota. I'm taking the Niners. Man. I mean, if you're taking Minnesota, you're insane. Period. Also, my other lock of the week. The Detroit Lions over the Tennessee Titans. Do I really need to say why? I mean, Lions are a very good team. You know, and Tennessee sucks. I mean, have you ever seen one of their last two games? Yeah, they suck. Moving on. Now, this is when I came to probably my two hardest picks. Let's talk about the first one. The Atlanta Falcons versus the San Diego Chargers. Offensively, they're the same. 21st for Atlanta, 19th for San Diego. So they're pretty much the same on that. But their defense is what's going to make it interesting. Atlanta's defense is 17th, where San Diego's is 3rd. But Atlanta does have at least the winning advantage on their side, because the last 3 times they have met, Atlanta has won in 09, in 08, and 04. But they were all close. So expect this one to be a very close game. Now I'm taking Atlanta. The Falcons, I know they're playing for Monday. It's a short schedule, and they have to travel to San Diego. But I just like Atlanta this year. I think Atlanta's a very good team, and unfortunately, I think everyone's sleeping on them. You know, which I mean, I think everyone's either taking some people are like, oh, Carolina can win it. You know, some are saying Tampa Bay can win it, but I'm sorry, I think it's Atlanta's division to lose and theirs to win. Just like the Houston Texans. You know, I take Atlanta, but it's going to be a good, close game to watch. I would definitely recommend, if you can watch it, because it's probably going to be the best game of the week. And that I can bet on. Next, my next hardest, and probably the hardest pick for me so far this season. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, like I said earlier, I think the problem with Arizona is everyone's sleeping on them. I think no one's taking them seriously because they're in a bad division, or they want to make an excuse for New England losing. And that kind of upsets me. Arizona beat New England, but no one wants to give Arizona credit. But you know what? Arizona, you got my respect. You did something I didn't think you could ever do, and that is beat New England on the road and going up there to Tom Brady's house and beating them. And I say congratulations on that. Now, the interesting thing with this, in the head-to-head, the last 3 games, Arizona's won. In 2011, they beat Eagles 21-17. In 09, they beat the Eagles 32-25, and then in 08, which is the Eagles' only win against them out of those 3, 48-20. Now, offensively, there's no doubt about it. Eagles are definitely the better team. Arizona's not that good in offense, but here's the thing. They found ways to win. And their defense is ranked 13th. That's what's going to play a key factor. And my biggest key factor was this, and it involves the Eagles. You'd have turned the ball over way too many times in a 2-week period. Okay, I can't even remember the number. I think it's like in double digits right now. Okay, Vic has at least thrown 6 picks, I think. And that's without counting fumbles. So here's my thing. Philadelphia, hey, I'll tip my hat to you. You're 2-0. I tip my hat. But there is no possible way you can honestly tell me, if you're an Eagles fan, you can win the Super Bowl, win playoff games, if you keep turning over the ball like this. You saw how they played against Cleveland. They almost got beat by Cleveland to a last-minute touchdown. And they almost lost to the Ravens if it wasn't for last-minute heroics again. You cannot depend on Vic every time to do that. And Vic has been getting hit hard every time. At some point, the Eagles are going to have to honestly think to either A, tell Vic to run out of bounds, or B, stop trying to make these insane plays where you get picked, because in one of these games, it's going to cost them. And I think it's going to be this one. I have Arizona at home to beat Philadelphia. I think everyone's sleeping on Arizona. I don't think it's right. I think if Cardinals win this one, I hope it opens the eyes of the NFL fans and make them realize Cardinals are a team to mess with. And let's remember, Arizona was in the Super Bowl not too long ago and was only 1 touchdown away from beating the Steelers. So let's remember that. Next game. Okay, I'm sorry. Steelers over the Raiders. Raiders suck. Period. Steelers win. Moving on. Texans versus the Broncos. You just saw Denver played last night. Houston's 2-0. They got the head-to-head advantage. They beat Denver twice out of the 3 meetings. And the Denver, the only one they won was in 2010, and that was only by 1 bloody point. So, I love the defense for Houston. They're ranked first. Wish I would have got them at fantasy football. So whoever has them, you better be playing them this week. I'm taking Houston. Definitely the better team to me. And like I said in week 2 and week 1, and I'm still saying it now, to me, Denver is an overrated team, and I don't know why everyone has them in the Super Bowl. And the only reason I can even think is because they got Peyton Manning. And I ask this question every week, but no one wants to answer. So I'm asking it again. If Peyton Manning gets hurt, who do the Denver Broncos turn to? Brady Quinn. And I gotta be honest, I'm a Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan, but Brady Quinn sucks. Period. Moving on. Patriots versus Baltimore. I got Baltimore. It's going to be a good game, but, there's really no way you can talk about this because it's going to be hard to figure out. I think it's going to be a coin flip. Should be a good Sunday night game to watch. Definitely would recommend watching it. Monday night, I got Packers over the Seahawks. I just think the Packers are the better team, but they got to be worried about that 12th man because Seattle has the best 12th man in the business, and that is the fans because they got some crazy fans. But it's going to come down to defense. Packers got the better D on this one. So just as a recap before I go, I got Giants, Cowboys, Colts, Bills, Jets, Saints, Redskins, Rams, Niners, Lions, Falcons, Cardinals, Steelers, Texans, Ravens because they're at home, and I think New England's in trouble because they got injuries. I should have stated that when I went to their game. Packers, like I said, they got the better defense. Alright, till I see you for week 4. Enjoy your Tuesday. Enjoy whatever day you're watching this. I'll see you next week for week number 4, baby. Full horsemen for the NFL season. Peace out, guys.